So this is going to be a walkthrough of just a first pass at the Aylard patio pergola. And what we're really looking at here is we want to locate these column spots so we can get some footings in here. But let's take a first pass at the design too, because it starts to influence where we want to put those columns. So what I think would be great out here is just to keep it real simple and simple and clean, a little bit of a modern look. And these would just be 4-inch steel posts, and what those would allow is, structurally, we wouldn't need any cross braces or anything like that. It would be strong enough to support that up top, and I think that just allows the view to be as unobstructed as possible for this pergola. So let's look at it from the different spaces. I've kept it high enough that from inside, so this would be like a standing height, it's really not blocking any of the view at all. You're just going to see these posts, and the posts are located to align with this structural line, and then basically spacing it far enough off the roof. So the dimension of this is 11 feet wide by 12 feet this way. So there's plenty of space under here for a table and some chairs. And I think where you had your pergola before is a great spot, because you can come right out of the kitchen and have this dining spot. You can come out of the bedroom and have a nice spot to sit out here. So I think this location is good, and I think it's nice not covering the whole front here. So you're going to just allow a lot of light to still come into our new living space in there. And as far as covering this goes, we're going to have a lot of the same options that we've talked about over here, but I think the least expensive to have it covered so you could be out here in the rain would be like a translucent panels that you put on top of this structure. That would be one option. Or if you didn't want it protected from like water, but just a shade, there could be other options as far as providing additional shade up there. And one thing I found that I wanted to show you are these guys. So these are these maybe be a little bit more expensive, but we could price them to kind of see what they would be, and would work with that system, and would also work on the back patio. So basically, this is a louvered system. These louvers just rotate, so they allow light to come through, and when they're closed, they obviously provide total shade and water protection. So they're watertight and block all the sun. So it would be like 100% shaded under there when they're closed. So that just gives you the option to have them open so lots of light comes into that living space, or close them up. Maybe on really hot days, it would be nice to kind of block some of that light as well. Anyway, so that's that option. And so those would work, with this design here. Some other things that would be nice to incorporate out here, I think, would be like an outdoor infrared heater mounted up here, which would heat this space with infrared heat, direct heat. That would be really nice to incorporate out here. So maybe we go ahead and give the option for that by putting power. I think we might need gas. I could look into that, but power and gas maybe out to an infrared heater. I know they just have electric ones, so we could just do straight, just provide the power out here for that and look at the requirements for that. And there's also the option for like power shades that could be hung out here and drop down, because this is facing west. That could just help when the sun is low in the sky over there, provide a shade that could drop that would not only shade the outdoor space here, but could also, in the summer when the sun's setting over here, block some of that sun that's going to come in over that direction. Anyway, those are some options just to kind of start this conversation and get some feedback. Wanted to just have this design out there to look at. And I also think this is just centered nicely on we do have that little plant there, so I think this space just is a nice little seating area with the existing planter area that's right there. So anyway, let's look at just the views from inside. So kind of sitting at this table, you can see it just gives you the full view out that window with that pulled up a little higher. The height there, I believe, is 7.6, so it's not super high. Oops. Yeah, so it's 7.6 from the ground to the underside of that beam. And I did opt not to have it go over the roof. So you do, and I'm not showing the gutter here, so there is about a 3 or 4 inch gap between that and the roof, and that just lets it kind of be independent. When I had it up higher and going over the roof, and it just felt a little tall to me, but we can look at that option if you want. But I think functionally, you'd be able to walk, even in the rain, walk through here with the gutter with not getting very wet at all, not getting really wet at all. But we could look at it overhanging the roof if we wanted to also. I don't think it's going to be visible, very visible from the street down here. Okay, let me know what you think. Thanks.